Streaming now, this is the Wood TV Live Desk.
And good morning, everyone. Phil Pinarski here with the News 8 Live Desk. Hopefully everybody's having a great start to their day. We have a brand new member joining the News 8 family, and I want to introduce you all today to Josh Sanchez, and I'm sure many of you have probably already seen him on your television sets. He has really hit the ground running here at News 8, and we couldn't be happier to have him join our team as our new Kalamazoo Bureau Reporter. Josh, thank you so much for stopping by and giving us the chance to kind of interview you a little bit, get the chance to give everybody the chance to, get to know you a little bit more.
Well, thank you for the warm welcome.
Of course, like I said, it's been about a week since you've started here, kind of getting your feet wet, already out on a couple of different stories. What has this first week been like for you here at News 8?
Like you said, it's been just constantly moving, learning a lot about the station, the folks that work here, and getting back in touch with my hometown area. So I'm really happy to be back, and everyone has been amazing in terms of helping me just get acquainted with the area, so it's been great.
Yeah, no, and like you said, you're from here, you're from the Holland area, you went to Western, you were previously at our sister station, WLNS in Lansing, so you kind of been, here in Michigan for most of your life. Talk to me about what being in this state of Michigan really means to you, why you've continued to want to continue to work here, be a part of the communities all across the state, and bring people the news that really impacts them the most.
Yeah, I absolutely love Michigan. I mean, I've traveled around for work and vacation, but when it comes to Michigan, there's just a lot to do. You have the wonderful seasons, the different colors with winter and fall, summer, and also there's just very diverse communities around the state. You have your Upper Peninsula, you have just the beautiful scenes of pictured rocks, all the way down to just the vibrancy of Detroit and the small town feeling, mid-Michigan, communities in West Michigan as well. So it's just a lot of difference here, and I feel like you can get so many stories. Everyone has just a different story around the state, and that's just I've stuck around for so long.
Right now, and it probably helps that you are kind of back closer to home, and you're going to be down in Kalamazoo, back to your old stomping grounds at Western, I'm sure too.
Yeah, so like you said, Western Michigan graduate, so proud Bronco, class of 2019. So I look forward to back to a place that has taught me so much, and I look forward to serving the community out there.
Absolutely. And so, you've been a journalist for multiple years now. You've been bringing us stories, in and around. We've even had some of your packages here at News 8 when you were back at WLNS. And so people maybe have gotten the chance to get to see some of your work in the past. But is there something that stands out to you, a story, a package, anything that you've done kind of in your career that you always look back on fondly, or something that is going to stick with you as probably one of the best stories that you've ever done?
Right, I would say there's two types of stories that I worked on over at WLNS. First was a investigative piece on our utility company, and just an employee that was let go during some actions during his time there. And so that was a big moment for me in terms of learning to work with our new investigations team, and so that helped me develop as a reporter and just digging a little bit deeper. And then there's the community stories, like Shop with a Cop is a program that we see a lot in the counties in mid-Michigan, just departments going out into the community, taking children that are coming from underprivileged backgrounds, and helping them get that wonderful Christmas morning, by going to a store and getting the toys for themselves, but also gifts for their parents. And it's just so heartwarming to see these kids just have a smile across their face, get to see Santa, and just all the different interactions there. So those are two stories that really stick with me.
Right now, and like I said, you're going to be our new Kalamazoo Bureau Reporter. Very excited to have you join the team. But for people that are watching this stream and are going to be watching your shows or your packages and stories over the next couple of months, years, however long you're with us, I mean, what really do you hope to bring to our audience as the Kalamazoo Reporter, as somebody who's managing everything going on all across the southwestern part of the state? What do you hope that people really do notice in your work when you are the reporter down there?
Yeah, I hope I can provide stories and journalism that really digs in deep into the issues, answers those questions that you have at the end of the day when you're sitting down for dinner, talking with friends on the weekends, find out what's going on within your communities, and I hope I can bring those answers to you, as well as a little bit extra too, to make sense a little bit more about the world. So I look forward to that, and I look forward to serving everyone out in Kalamazoo, Portage, Battle Creek. It's I'm excited for the next step.
Right, yeah. How could you not love that answer? Josh, thank you so much. Before we let you go, though, I do have a few rapid-fire questions for you, if you are interested. Just another way to kind of let everybody know a little bit more about you. So if you're ready to go, we can go ahead and jump straight into those.
Let's do it.
All right, awesome. So first question, I ask everybody this whenever we're doing the introduction on the live desk. You know, do you have a favorite show, movie, or book that you always are either binge-watching, re-watching, rereading, or something that you are always recommending to people?
Okay, so there's Ted Lasso on
Apple TV.
Yeah, Apple TV. Then there's Letterkenny a little bit on, I think it's on Hulu, and just like some comedy there.
Yeah.
So those are some really good shows that I liked. And then there's the crime drama ones that are all over Netflix, so I like watching those too. So good variation, a little bit of suspense, a little bit of laughs. So those are some shows right there.
Yeah, can't go wrong with that. All right, favorite food?
Favorite food, ice cream. Absolutely love ice cream. You know, even if it's cold outside, I like to have a tub in the freezer. So love me some good ice cream.
Yeah, no, I saw that in your bio that you're, you know, love ice cream, love looking for unique flavors. Is there a flavor that, you know, again, kind of sticks out to you as, you know, something that you wouldn't think you would really like, but maybe you did, or something that you are probably never going to go back to again?
So, interesting ice cream flavor was a cricket ice cream flavor that
Ew.
the Michigan State University's dairy store had, and I think they had like some interesting bug expo come through, and so they mixed like this chocolate ice cream, vanilla caramel ice cream with bits of cricket, and it was just an interesting crunch that it's hard to describe. And you know, I kept eating it after the first bite just because it was just so interesting. But you know, I'll take flavors like Scooperman over that one. I like Scooperman as it's one of those favorites because when I taste it, I think about childhood summers growing up. That when it comes to Michigan in summer, if you want to taste that, Scooperman ice cream.
Right, yeah, no, that nostalgic aspect of it, I'm sure, is really, really great there. And that kind of leads into another great rapid-fire question. Excuse me. Is that here in Michigan, I mean, you know it probably better than most people, we get all the seasons here. Do you have a favorite season, specifically here in Michigan, that you always look forward to?
You know, I'll say winter, you know.
Really?
Yeah, there's some folks that love it, some folks that could do without it, but I love the winter season. There's always something... you know, just that feeling after the first snowfall where all the trees are covered with that nice little blanket. I mean, who doesn't like that? And also all the winter sports out there. Yeah.
I mean, I'm from Memphis, so I don't really like it, but it hasn't been bad since I've been here. So, but I'll take that over the hot summers any day. Kind of moving on now, Josh. You know, do you have a favorite animal at all? Is there an animal that, you know, whether you go to the zoo or maybe you've got one as a pet that you really just, you know, have loved since you were a kid?
You know, since I like winter, I like penguins.
Okay,
You know, the emperor penguin is the top tier choice for me. But just, you know, just slipping, sliding, and just how they glide through the water when you visit them at the zoo. That and in the documentaries, that's just wild to see that. Essentially flying, but just in the water.
No. I don't know if you've been to John Ball Zoo yet, but they've got a great penguin exhibit down there. And Josh, you know, I got one last question for you before we let you go. Is there a place that you've traveled to that you would say is probably the coolest thing you've ever done, or, you know, a location that you would like to maybe visit someday?
All right, so I got two locations. One for Michigan. If you haven't traveled down to Pictured Rocks National Park up in the Upper Peninsula, I highly suggest it. I went there during the peak fall colors. Absolutely beautiful. I can't compare it to anywhere else. And then there's a time that I lived in around the Harpers Ferry area in West Virginia. Now that is right next to the Shenandoah River, so wonderful hiking trails along the river as well as all the mountains there. So if you like to go outside, I suggest both places. Awesome. awesome places.
All right, awesome recommendations. Josh, thank you so much for being here, and we're so happy to have you join the News 8 team as our new Kalamazoo Bureau Reporter. We are looking forward to continuing to watch all of the great stories that you've put together, and I highly encourage everybody that if you want to get to know Josh a little bit more as well, you can visit his profile right now over on our Meet the Team page at woodtv.com. Josh, thanks so much for stopping by today.
Thank you so much.
Of course, and I want to thank everybody else for tuning in to this latest edition of the News 8 Live Desk. I'm Phil Pinarski, and we hope you have a great rest of your day.